Hey, what's up everybody? I found a puddle of water after a couple of earthquakes hit us here in SoCal. I just followed the bubbles, grabbed my shovel, and dig right through it. So the leak was a pinhole leak on the copper line. I was expecting to see a straight pipe, and unfortunately it was at a bend, it was at a curve. It looks like they had put two 45-degree elbows together. For a temporary fix, I decided to use some of that self-adhering silicone tape. You have to stretch it and then lay it on top of each other in layers, and eventually it creates a nice seal. Unfortunately, when I turned the water pressure back on, it started leaking again. So I added the clamp. This is just a worm gear clamp that you can find at your local automotive store or even Home Depot. I was happy to see that this clamp actually stopped the leak. I covered the hole with some OSB boards and I left it that way until I could find a more permanent solution. This temporary patch actually held up for about 2 months, but I had to take it apart to repair it. If you are going to try this temporary fix, use the clamp that does not have that plastic handle on it and utilize a socket so you can get it really tight. If you're wondering how I fixed this, let me show you. I wasn't going to try to solder it. So I settled on using sharkbite's push fittings and using a piece of PEX pipe to connect the copper lines. I first sanded off all the copper lines. I cut the copper, then reamed the copper and used the brush to clean the inside and the outside of the copper. I inserted my 3/4 sharkbite fittings. I then looped the PEX pipe so that as the pipe enters the push fitting, it is not at an angle, it's coming in straight. I read a line that some soil with a specific amount of pH in the soil will eventually rot out the brass fittings. So I decided to use that silicone tape and I wrapped the brass fittings with silicone tape. Lastly, I used a bag of all-purpose sand and covered the hole back up. I will definitely update in the description of the video if and when this repair actually fails on me.